Hey everyone, Hoopla here. I decided that I would like to make a tutorial on how to speedrun Waffle Boy's Jungle Adventure. So we are going to be analyzing and breaking down my run for the category Beat the Game, which clocked in at 4 minutes, 32 seconds, 0.5 milliseconds. So the first thing that I'm going to explain is the first tech that you're involved with, which is early input. Early input is when, while the level is loading, you can hold down any key and it will still activate even though the gameplay hasn't officially come onto the screen. So I'm holding down the right arrow as I click skip intro and I'm already moving. So this right here is what I call spidey pace or spider pace. If you are right next to the spider and you just graze underneath him, then you are already on a decently good pace. You need to implement a sick jump right here. That's a wall jump. I would jump right about there to do what I call a double drop down sequence, because you are literally skipping the top left and the top right layers, and you're getting right to this pot. You want to be right around here. You might take some damage, but that's still okay. Now what I just did was the first skip in the game, which I call, the rope skip, ironically. And what that already does is it puts me on a cycle of a certain pace that I need to keep up with. Now, if we went back, you would hear splashes from the robotic barracuda that pops up from the water. There's about 4 seconds for the barracuda to either go to reappear. So with that being said, you want to land right where the bridge starts to bend. So right there. It will still give you momentum. And if you get hit by the spider, it's totally okay. Make sure you jump here. And this is what I mean. When you are on this cycle, the rope should either be coming this way or should be already going that way. If you launch yourself and get onto the rope, you're fine. But if it passes you, you already are not on the cycle that is needed with with the rope swing skip. So all this is called splash cycle, which takes you pretty far into the game. And the cycle can be killed at any time, but it could take you pretty far, which I'll explain in a little bit. So you take yourself onto this rope swing and you execute those inputs. You have to make sure you get this rope. If you do not get this rope, the cycle is already dead. If you do, you're still on splash cycle. Why is it called splash cycle? The reason why I call it splash cycle is because I first figured it out from the sound the water would make when the robotic barracuda would breach the water. I realized, I need to be on pace to not get hit by it. And I found out that all these rope swings are in tune with the timing. You just do a double jump there. It would even look better if it didn't even look like that I grabbed the rope. I just did it at the wrong time. Make sure you launch yourself instead of walking up to the extreme mountain bike, or the quad really. Now, this is by far, where'd Waffle Boy go? This is by far the hardest transition in the game, no doubt. So, this is the part that you need to make sure you master in order to get a decent time. So, when you land right here, you're going to run through the robotic beetle like you normally would. And you need to make sure you jump here, or even maybe a smidge earlier. Press the D button on the keyboard, to eject yourself off of the mountain bike, and then to press on the up arrow to land on the rope. You want to get as high as you can. You know, I got about here. I've once gotten it here, but the run died in, later on, but whatever. So if you do so, you'll make sure you'll be able to get to this rope swing right on time. And in doing so, this cycle is essentially saving you 10 seconds. So that is how you do level 1.